Bro, when I open my phone, I have to scroll fast because if I stop, wow, who is this one? Wow, who is this one? But after that, what do you have to offer?
It's once we are together in a relationship right now, my body count is 1 and yours is 1. It's the both of us, and that's just it. I don't care to know who you were with and who you... No, you see, when you get to a point and someone is speaking broke, you can tell that someone is speaking broke. Do you understand? Like, maybe I want to buy an outfit. You're like, no, this one is too expensive. You'll get a cheaper one at this shop, blah, blah. I'm making my money, so I want to spend my money. I'm making it because...
What happened to love?
No, love grows also.
No. Because what I'm hearing is not love.
What are you hearing?
What I'm hearing is...
I have to first love myself, because if I can't love myself, how am I going to love you? Child.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Give me an example.
With your relationship with Paradise. Hold on.
Why is it my relationship?
Why not?
For some time, in the public eye, it looked posh, it looked cool, it looked very nice, attractive and anything. But then at the end of the day, we got to find out one way or the other that it wasn't all rosy. You guys had to, at a point, break up. How about that?
I said that on this podcast.
No,
I said it here that we were not together.
You are literally taking care of this guy. What are you talking about?
How do you know I was taking care of him? How do you know I was taking care of him? I was with Paradise and it was rosy. It was rosy till I got to a point where he did something and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. We are done.
Wait. In all of this, I'm hearing, I just have one question.
Yes.
Because again, perspectives. Nobody should come from my head. But I hear you raising your voice and shit. I just need to ask. That whole thing was real?
Yes, exactly. I said Paradise.
From my perspective, it looked like a bunch of...
It's not fair. From beginning to end.
What?
Nobody's even talking about yours.
You're literally dying. You're literally dying.
It was a reality show. It was a reality show. You were on TV showing people how you are with somebody you're in a relationship with, sleeping with a person and stuff like that.
Hi guys, you're welcome to another exciting episode of the Rants, Bants and
Confessions.
And today we'll be talking about factors that either hinder or enhance our relationships, like emotions, money, body counts, and virginity. Yes. And as usual, I'm going to be doing this with my pretty girls, Efia Odor and Adwati. And we have 2 exciting guests. Okay, should I mention their name now?
Hey, Nanka.
Okay. So we have Girl Them Sugar in the house, and then we have Cookie.
Cookie like the biscuit.
Hey, you like what a biscuit?
Like the biscuit. Okay, Clark it.
Clark it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not cookie and biscuits that do different things.
No, cookie like the biscuit.
Hey.
Is it digestive or sweet
Chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, we're very sorry.
Okay, so we're going to be starting with KiDi. So tell us, what are some factors you look for in a woman that you would want to date or go out with?
Right.
Okay, so, I mean, if you asked me this question 5 years ago, I would have went with the obvious nice body, big titties, big bum, and all of that. But if you ask me that now, the answer has obviously changed because right now I love a beautiful woman. And if I say a beautiful woman, it's not just about what they look like, with their face. Yes, that is important, but I'm looking for a woman that has beauty in her soul. That means I'm looking for a woman that, sebit. If you put her in a slum, she will find a way to beautify. She has beauty in her eye, beauty in her heart, beauty in her soul. And I love a woman that appreciates the beauty of life in all aspects, so.
So how did you get to this point? Because obviously 5 years ago, it was more physical features for you, but now it's more of like spiritual, like,
Growth.
Okay.
You meet a lot of women in the world. Like I travel a lot, so I meet different kinds of women in the women in the world. And I've come to realize that I just love a woman that appreciates the beauty of life. And there are certain traits in women that when somebody has something, it comes with sub-traits. So a woman that has beauty in her soul and finds a way to beautify everywhere she is, it comes with other sub-traits. It means she has love in her heart. It means she has kindness. It means she's soft. It means she's just a woman. in every aspect of the word.
So that means you met a woman who introduced you to something like this.
I've met women who have introduced me.
Wait, KiDi, hold on.
Hey.
Before you don't know, wait, hold on.
Find
Before
trouble
you
for my
get
body.
before you get to like the deep aspect of a woman,
Okay.
obviously there's some things that you're gonna see before you move to them. So tell us those things as well.
So that leads us to the beauty, the outward beauty. Because
Okay.
when I see you, I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know what's in your mind. I don't know what you talk like. I don't know how you walk. I don't know how you carry yourself. All I'm seeing is what I'm seeing outwardly. So probably I'm in the club. I'm at brunch. I'm in church. Wherever I am. When I see a woman, I look for a striking, outwardly beauty.
What's the outwardly beauty? Like you want a
Beauty is
baddie or you want
subjective.
right? So to you, what like we know you say you like you used to like big titties.
It has no. It has to do with a lot. See, it has a lot to do with energy.
Okay.
Because I've met women that I've been on plenty sets. And I
Right.
meet like girls who are like pretty, but they are not beautiful.
Okay, so the energy that makes them beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, so you go to the club and let's say a girl, a midget. Let's say what's that actress? Adwoa Smarts. Someone like Adwoa Smarts is in the club, and her energy is so beautiful. Is that enough for you to find her attractive or want to date her?
If you're talking about dating, that's like you've gone way ahead. We're talking about what I see initially. So yes, I might see that and think, oh, this is a beautiful woman. But it's not just that. I have to speak to her. I've seen beautiful women and I speak to her and automatically I'm not
So
beautiful
when you
anymore.
speak to her and then she still has that beautiful striking energy.
Why are you forcing me
I
to
want
find
to know.
a midget?
I just want to know because we're being real here. At the end
No,
of the day,
I
like,
get it.
physical
I get
features
it.
are important.
It's very important
Right,
because
so if you-
attraction is a thing.
Exactly. So if you meet someone like Adwoa Smart, and she's beautiful inside and out, communication is amazing, is that enough for you to want to go to the next step and want to date her?
If I meet somebody who is like that and I speak to her and she talks to my soul,
You'd be with the person.
if she speaks to my soul, which probably won't happen, but if it does happen,
Wait a minute, what happened?
let's not
Hypothetically speaking,
hypothetically speaking, it won't happen. But if it does happen, I'm all about like you need to trigger something inside me, that I have to. When I wake up in the morning, you're the first person I want to talk to. Like when I'm going to bed, you're the last person I want. When we even were fighting, I had to apologize so that it's something.
KiDi, you said dating is too far. You said,
Not even that way. Basically, so earlier
Please,
you
you are a
said
guest too.
no. Earlier you said earlier you
They can still ask
said
questions.
the whole titties thing and all that, and now you're talking about inward something.
I said inward and outwardly, but most importantly inwardly. Yeah.
And then what's the point?
No, like let me put it plainly.
Okay.
I like when I say I appreciate beauty, it's not just about inner. Like I said, the outward is very important. I said it needs to be attraction, but most importantly, after the outward, what is there inside?
Which is true.
Because there's a lot of pretty women in the world.
Yeah.
So many pretty women. Like,
Right.
bro, when I open my phone, I have to scroll fast because if I stop, wow, who is this one? Wow, who's this? But after that, what do you have to offer?
Apart from the physical
Yeah,
aspect.
yeah.
We were gonna ask him something, Adwoa.
I was going to ask, and I think Cookie was like a shoe, so I think I forgot to.
Did we forget?
Sorry.
Thank God.
Cookie, when it comes to guys dating, whatever, what kind of guy is attractive? Do you want a guy who is a sole provider, or are you the 50-50 kind of girl?
If you had asked me this maybe 2 years
Wait,
ago,
did you plan this? Both
No.
of you?
I actually didn't know she was
I mean,
going to be here.
It's a whole 2 years ago, 5 years ago.
No, because we're all growing.
We're growing,
We're all
right.
growing, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe early I would have said, oh, I don't mind 50-50, 50-50 is fine. But no, now you have to provide. And it doesn't mean I'm going to be lazy or I'm not going to work or have for myself. But then if you can't provide for us, then I don't see why I should get into it with you. Because if I enter into a relationship, I'm not entering for some fun for 2 months or 3 months. I'm trying to do lifetime with you, meaning you should be able to take care of our family. So if now you can't take care of us, then I don't see where it's going. So I don't waste my time.
But have you been with someone that you had to take care of before?
Oh, if yeah.
Because you said 2 years ago, if it was then, you would do 50-50. So you were doing 50-50.
Oh, I have been in a relationship like that before.
100-0.
You're not even lying. 100-0. Yeah.
So you were taking care of the man. Was he working?
I've done that before.
Was
How old are you?
Was he working?
I'm curious.
Was he working?
Yeah, he was working.
But it wasn't up to.
Yeah, I think maybe because I was making more. And at that time, I felt like at the very beginning of the relationship, this person was there. Not there financially per se, but there. And that was like the first thing I was introduced to. So it was like, oh, I'm happy and I'm content with anything. Now, if I'm making, I'm ready to support because I see a future with this person regardless. So I wasn't even seeing the fact that I was putting in so much and I was taking care of the person. To me, it felt like, yeah, I'm building.
You're supporting.
I'm supporting.
Was it a relationship that you were in for like?
It was a relationship I was in. It was a relationship
No,
I was in.
wait. I want to ask this. Wait. Is it a relationship you were in for the plenty years?
10 years or so.
Yeah, 10 years or so. Was it that one?
I think 8 years.
Yeah, it was this. I think it would have been 10 years before the breakup. Yeah, but
So let's say approximately 10 years.
yeah, almost.
So was it that one?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm waiting my question. Look at
I don't want to look
I
at
want to
you.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
What was the turning point to realize that no, I don't want to do this anymore?
So, I mean, aside like the many different factors, to be very honest, it was just a one-time conversation that had to do with like finances again. It was more like, you see, when you get to a point and someone is speaking broke, you can tell that someone is speaking.
Speaking broke.
Do you understand? Like,
What's speaking broke?
So when I say speaking broke, basically, let's say we're going out or we're going somewhere fancy,
Right.
and then you are talking about, oh, this place is too expensive. Like,
have given up
maybe I want to
because
buy
it's
an
somewhere else.
outfit. You're like, no, this one is too expensive. You'll get a cheaper one at this shop. Blah blah. I'm making my
Okay.
money, so I want to spend my money. I'm making it because I want to spend however I want to. You are not even contributing to the spending. So how are you now trying to control my finances when I'm taking care of the kid, basically? So, you know, it started becoming like, nah, I don't want this.
I think you were also growing also because you've been with him. You were with him for a long time, and
I realized that the
individual,
life I want, you can't give me
provide
that.
it for you.
Yeah, because now I'm seeing my age, I'm growing, and I'm like, no, what I want. Oh, look at me.
My young kings.
Tell us. We want to know
My young
that life
kings,
you
and
want.
there you have it. There's a new language in town called
Yeah.
broke.
Speaking broke.
Speaking broke. Please don't speak broke because they'll come and discuss you here.
Okay, you guys, I want to ask you, okay, the ladies, okay. How long is too long to be in like a very stagnant
A
relationship?
speaking broke relationship.
But like, how long?
2 years.
What's a stagnant
2 years.
relationship?
See, there's nothing moving. Yeah, you're just there. You're like, okay, let's hope for the best. It's gonna get better, or he'll make money.
So that's
there's
speaking broke.
potential.
That's
You know,
speaking broke.
how long are you going to be in something like
I feel
that
like as
and then
human
get out?
beings, we physically grow. So if we're physically growing, then we should be also growing spiritually and mentally.
Yeah.
Right.
So if a guy that I'm with is not growing and I see you physically growing and you're not growing financially any kind of way, then I have to subtract myself from you because I'm growing as an individual and you're not growing with me because we're supposed to grow together. Exactly. And see, I don't know.
Guys.
What happened?
Wait, this question is for the ladies.
Guys, hold on. I hear lots of talk. What happened to love?
No, love grows also.
No.
Because what I'm hearing is not love.
What are you hearing?
What I'm hearing is conditions.
That's not true.
If this is not that, I'm gone. If I'm not hearing love in this conversation.
No, you have to-
comes to conditions.
and
Even-
also-
even loving God.
No,
comes to
even the men.
conditions.
No, he's
There's
talking.
things that's
Even
supposed
the
to
men.
do.
Before you get into a relationship, you're talking about physical attraction and all of that. It means you have your conditions.
Exactly.
If you see someone that you don't like, you will not go for the person. It's the same way.
And I love
wait,
myself
wait.
enough to get out of something that's not benefiting me.
Oh, that's not
so
good for
that's
you.
the love.
Yeah.
I have to first love myself because if I can't love myself, how am I gonna love you? Child,
I feel like it would have been beneficial to have another guy on this podcast. It looks like I have to talk for all the men. And there's 4 amazing women who are just battering me. This is going to be a tough, long 1 hour.
No, but at the end of the day, like I understand the whole love thing, but first of all, the love has to start from you.
Yeah.
You have to love yourself enough to see what you can and can't handle, what is good and or not good enough for you. There are many people. I want to say men, but like there are many men that women have been there for. They've been there with them to thick and thin. And then when the man gets on his feet, deuces, because why? He loves himself enough to see that he don't want to be there no more. The same thing as a female. If I'm somewhere and it's not benefiting me in any kind of way, why should I stay? KiDi, do you do 50-50?
I don't.
So you are a full provider?
Because I don't, this is not based on what everybody else thinks or what everybody else is saying. First of all, every opinion I'm going to express here is my 100% opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to, it's my opinion. It doesn't have to work for you, but it works for me. The people that I love, the people that are in my circle, the people that are in my life, I even want to do more than I'm even doing for them. Like I want to see them happy. So if I want to see you happy, I'm not thinking about mechanics of 50-50 and percentages. If you can do 60-40 at a time that I can't, do it for me. If I can do 100-0 for you at the point that I can, I'll do it for you. There's no mechanics in my brain. I do what I want to do for the people that I love. And that's just
okay. So like, so
blank.
it means like within the moment, if I can't give you this amount, you should be willing and love me enough to give me that amount.
Not should, because I'm not entitled to your money.
Okay. But not financially, maybe emotionally.
Yeah, because if I say that I'm in something with you, then we're a partnership.
Right.
And a partnership means sometimes I can give you 100-0. Sometimes you're not there to give me anything and I should be there to give you everything. Sometimes really I'm going through it and I'm not there to give you what you deserve. We should be able to balance each other out. So
I want to add something to what KiDi is saying. So with your question about being in a stagnant relationship and how you're able to manage it, okay. Right. So he's talking about if he's able to provide, if he can give you, he would give you. If he can also give him. But then when you're with a guy that is speaking broke, okay, sometimes it's not just the speaking broke, it's the attitudes that adds up. You get it? As she said, you know you can't afford it. I'm doing this. You want to give me attitude, come and tell me how to run things. You get... Like the love for you keeps diminishing when you keep doing that. So sometimes it's not because of the money I'm with you. I knew you didn't have money before I moved to you. Okay,
you moved to him?
Yeah, I moved to me. I moved to my guy. So if I like you, I'll just tell you I like you. What's up? Yeah, I don't have time to waste.
Hey, come on.
If I'm with you and I know you don't have, but I'm also trying because I'm also working. So me, I don't mind if I'm with you and I'm dating you. You can stay in my house. You can stay with me. You can do everything together. And I'm the one paying. I don't mind. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind.
Now you shaking your head. You were shaking your head.
She begs to differ.
It's a mistake.
She minds,
Listen, but I'm just saying it's something that I have done before.
Yes.
Or it's something that I am willing to do again.
I'm willing to do again.
Yes, I'm not shy about that.
Wait.
Okay.
You're willing to do what again?
I'm willing to take somebody who does or date somebody who cannot financially provide for me, and he's living in my place or he's staying with me.
But he's working.
You're willing to take care of a man.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
No, are you willing to take care of a man?
Yeah, I don't mind. That's what I'm saying.
Really?
I don't mind taking care of a man. But along the way, this brokey starts to act up, starts to talk to you anyhow, starts to have attitude. And then you just think about him like, I'm trying to do all these things for you and you're talking to me like that. You feel me?
Okay, so you don't mind if this brokey you are doing it? Come on.
I feel like, can I say something?
No, go ahead, enter.
Can I say something?
Yeah, enter the net.
Young kings and young queens.
Oh, child.
Please listen. I don't want the people that are watching this to take the wrong message out of this. In the conversation that we're having, there is no right and wrong. Because I feel like in this generation, the stuff that we taking from the internet and the group chats, and we're conditioning ourselves to what is right and what is wrong. Please do what works for you. Because for Cookie here, maybe 100-0 does not work for her, but maybe it works for you. You found a perfect man who you can do 100-0 for, or you can do 0-100 and he's doing everything. Don't listen to anything we're saying here as law. Nothing we're saying here is law. Do what works for you.
That's why we're having a conversation.
For your own sake and for good life, listen to me. 100-0, and I'm saying, like I mentioned and I'll mention again. 100-0 doesn't mean you, the girl, you're lazy, you don't have anything, and you're just expecting him to do everything for you. No, it means he should have 100. I'm not even saying 0. I have my 100, but it's for me. He should have. Make sure you have the money. Don't date someone who cannot financially provide for himself, let alone provide for you. Listen, maybe in the beginning you follow the love and you'll be happy and it'll be all butterflies and it'll be sweet. But trust me, in the long run, you realize you've made a big mistake because 99.9% of the time, those type of men, I think they get insecure at some point and they start to act up. And that's what leads to what you're saying. They will act up because obviously you are making more, and now it'll get to a point where they want to also point to someone. Because men have that supposed ego or whatever they call it, that they want to be the ones taking care of their women. But maybe because at the beginning he didn't have and you were taking care of him, now when he starts getting, he's already used to you doing
taking
this.
Care of him.
So then he will take care of someone else in your face. That's why most of the time we hear people saying, oh, I took care of him for so many years and now he went to marry someone else, blah, blah, blah.
Clap the team.
I'm done.
Let's not, guys. Let's take a breather. He said something.
Okay.
Let's not throw the word ego around passively. Ego is how men are wired. No. Hold on. Women have the way they're wired to, which is okay in the women universe, which we have to always. Everything we do, we have to take that in account. Women are. You have to also know that we men are wired with our egos. That is no. Let's not throw it around passively.
Ego is the fall of man. Go ahead, continue.
Charlie, can we have some more men to help me here? No. I want us to put that into context.
Ego is the fall.
It is. Everything is a fall of and rise of everybody.
Exactly.
Your emotions are the rise and fall of you.
Right.
Yes.
There should be a balance.
Yes. So same way ego should be. I don't want us to throw the word ego around.
So I was right. It's the ego.
No, it's there.
It's
there.
Good.
It's there.
Okay, cool. Because
No, I just want us to put it into context just so we don't throw out. The way she put it was like the ego or whatever. No. It's not a whatever thing.
It was in cause like that.
Because our egos, we're wired with our ego. Same way we can come to admit that, as for a woman, dear, she's this, she's that. So you have to know how to. Same way.
But
we all have to know each other as men and women.
But that's when somebody has emotional intelligence.
It's
not
very
everybody
important.
has emotional intelligence to be able to maneuver their ego when it's supposed to be there and when it's not supposed to be there.
So maybe you can control yours.
And some men can't.
Cookie, so would you say that when you have your money, it's your money, but when your man has his money, it's for the two?
She did say that, actually.
Say that.
You did say it.
No, so
run it back.
No, listen. When I don't want to talk about. Okay, fine.
We'll talk about money.
Listen, I'm a very, very supportive partner. I mean, clearly, I was in a relationship for that long and whatever. So I'm a very, very supportive partner. I'm just saying that I'm not going to be in a relationship where I'm supporting and you are not doing nothing. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have. You also have to have where you are at. Like now, I love myself enough to know what I want. Yeah. I'm not going to be in a relationship where I'm pouring so much into a person because already I'm pouring in like there's other aspects like my emotions, my this, that, and then now my money, and then you are doing nothing. You're draining me. You're pulling me back. I also want to move in life. So yeah, I'm not going to waste my time.
Because in lots of conversations, when you hear women speak, and then maybe the man is doing everything, they regard it as, oh yeah, but he's supposed to do that anyway. So even though he's paying for everything, he's taking care. That does not add up to the things we're discussing. So now after that, what is he doing? That's I'm paying for everything. That's a lot. I know that's not everything, but that's a lot. Obviously, there's more than financial. There's emotional, there is spiritual, there's physical, there's attraction, there's everything that needs to come into play. But the way women can throw financial as a basic need that even if a man is doing it, it's like he's supposed to do it. So after that, what next?
Okay, so then after that, what is next?
But then, KiDi, you know that most girls, when they are growing up, their daddies take care of them. Their daddies give them everything. So most girls are like...
They're accustomed to that.
It's not most though.
Sorry.
It's not most.
Some. We can say some.
No, most. Because
we can say some.
It's not most. Trust me when I tell you it's not most.
Okay,
like some.
Have you met women?
Wait, let me make it like this. Some girls, like when they are growing up, their daddy gives them everything. So when they are dating you, they expect you to also, sometimes keep up with the way they were.
I think that's the mistake that we do most of the time.
I don't even expect.
Your boyfriend is not your father figure or your daddy or something. He's your boyfriend. He has parents as well. He can actually. What if he decides to treat you the way his mom treats, the way his dad treats his mom? and it's bad. Let's say, his dad is an abuser, he's all of that, and then he doesn't treat his mom well, and then he decides to treat you like that because that's what I've gone
That's what he grew up
to
with.
like get used to and all of that.
Also,
is
I feel
that
like
fair?
you're
It's
making
not.
it look like support is the same as taking care of. Having a supportive partner is not the same as having a partner that is fully taking care of
you, yeah.
I'm already doing my
Then
thing.
you're a burden.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm already doing my thing. Support me, so it means you're coming in with your 100, but support me. I'm not saying come and now take care of me,
everything, yeah.
feed me, clothe me. No, I don't need that.
But that is you. A lot of women out there actually want that. They
What? Like the man to do everything for them.
Listen, I do not subscribe to that whole notion of, as for me, I exist in I'm a Barbie world. You have to come into my world and be the Ken and do every single thing. Like a lot of women subscribe to the fact that they just need to exist. And everything needs to just fall on their lap. They need to find a man who is rich, who is emotionally intelligent, who is sexy, who is
Tall.
And
tall.
they exist,
What
you
hap-
know?
They do exist. So we need to. I do not subscribe to the women that just want to exist. There is there's something called there's partnership.
Yeah.
And partnership means as much as the man has to do what he has to do, there's something the woman has to also do
Yeah.
to make the partnership whole. The man has to do what he has to do. As a woman, there's a lead you have to lead in a feminine world. Yes, the man has to lead as a man. But let's not do away with the fact that a woman has a leading to lead in her femininity.
Yeah.
It's a very important
But not
thing.
everybody's looking for partnership.
Oh, then if you're not looking in the beginning,
So
just
they-
make that very...
So they make it very clear. I feel like everything needs
then
to
you
be
come
clear
just
in
say
the
that,
beginning.
hey, I'm a Barbie girl and I'm looking I'm looking for
Taking care
trips
of
and I'm looking for
Hey,
this and I'm looking for that.
Let me ask you. So I want to ask you, why is it that with men, if you have women who like provide, let's say 80%, right? They're working, you're not working. Maybe there's a problem. That's different. But like you're not doing anything. She's supporting, she's buying groceries, she's working hard, 9 to 5,
Cleaning
she's
the
paying your
house.
light bills, whatever it is. Why is it that it gets to a point in time where you guys start to like throw tantrums? Why?
Is it the ego speaking?
It is the simple as that. It is the
This
ego.
is someone taking care of you.
We get it. We get it. But society and our orientation has wired us to tell us that we are supposed to do what she's doing. So now she's doing something that we know in our hearts of hearts that we're supposed to be doing. It means when we go to bed at night, we're thinking, oh, Charlie. Hey, relax. We are grateful. Sometimes it might not show. We are grateful, but ego is such a strong emotion. Even though we say ego is a man thing, women have egos too. Let's not. No, I know, I get it, but let's not trump over the concept of ego. It's such a strong emotion in a man. When I go to bed at night, yes, I'm grateful that you've paid the light bill and we have lights. We are watching Arsenal versus Real Madrid. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I can watch DSTV and be shouting.
And there's food in the fridge.
There's food. I can go and chew my, chocolate chip cookies. But we have to know that the concept of ego, that I've grown up being wired that I need to provide for my woman. And right now, there's a point in my life where I'm not able to do that. And she's doing that. Now, when I go to, all I'm thinking about is, I'm not able to do the basic of things a man is supposed to do. When she goes to Twist tonight, she's going to see a man. No, it's a thing. She's going to, when she goes out into the world, she's going to meet a man that is willing to do that for her. Does that mean she's going to jump ship? I begin to be in my head a lot. I begin to overthink.
But that's your complex within.
I know. I'm not saying it's my complex, but it's a thing that exists.
It's not the reason why you're supposed to even
go harder
and be perfect.
Exactly.
But guys that are being provided for, they are sweet too.
Oh no.
No.
Wait,
No,
is that?
Relax.
Points in the relationship
Continue.
They are sweet
for a while.
Thank you.
Because the sweetness is there, because even there are certain guys that, to be honest, they don't have that ego factor. To them, they just want to tell you, my woman be rich, they pay for me.
Right.
But if you say you're a man of a man and a man in a man, there's literally that gene in you that wants to do for your woman. You want to go out into public with a woman and have that pride in your heart that, listen, the hair she's wearing, the clothes she's wearing,
Right.
is me. It's like I take care of my woman. It's an animalistic thing that is in every man. So sometimes when we're not able to do it, we feel less of ourselves. which we are not blaming the woman for, is us.
But then why then throw tantrums towards the woman? Because you are having that battle within yourself. Now why take that energy onto the woman who's doing nothing but loving you?
There's no answer to that because a lot of men are still growing emotionally. Right. Not every man has figured out how to deal with ego. Not a lot of men have figured out how to deal with all the emotions that make a man. Same way, not a lot of women have figured out how to deal with the emotions that make a woman. So even though there are some women that don't like the concept of boredom and being at home
idle,
doing nothing.
Right.
You want to work, but you want to work because you're bored, not because you have to provide.
To work, right.
We as men, we want to work because our whole value and our whole worth and our whole everything is centered around being able to give to the people we love.
But that's something naturally that it's innate. I think men are born with that.
Yes, it is. That's why we're saying women don't have to go through that thing of, oh, my man is providing, so I'm throwing a tantrum. But because we are wired that way, there's this unfortunate effect of when we're not able to do that, we begin to say, oh God, and it starts small because let's not do away with a very important factor here. Women that are providing are not all innocent too.
In what way?
Let's not. No, you know exactly what I'm talking about. No, I'm not. This is not to blame. This is not to blame.
I want to understand what he's trying to say.
So let me.
Go ahead, child.
So let me.
This is a very sensitive topic.
It is. So let me.
Yeah.
Women that provide, right? In the beginning, when you meet a guy that you obviously know that this guy actually nothing for him. He has potential, but at this moment, nothing for him. They provide for him. They start, oh my God, I love you, so I'll do anything for you. I'll go to work, I'll provide for you, I'll do. But as time goes on, when a woman is doing the thing that she's not wired to do naturally, there is glimpses and seeps of disrespect and condescension that comes. No, it is there. Don't giggle. It's there.
No, it's there. It's there.
And
it's there.
Those are the things that trigger that response from men. Because if there's people that women are providing for that don't have the problems we are speaking about, the men are not throwing tantrums.
Yes.
But there are people that it's happening for because when a woman keeps providing for you, there's always, sometimes you don't see it, but it's there.
I can really
they try and they say things.
Of having to provide.
And it's natural.
No, at the end of the day, if I'm working all the time for the 3 years we've been together, I have been providing and supporting you. And I come home when you're playing games, you're not doing nothing for yourself. It's frustrating me that as a man, why don't you want more for yourself? Why are you playing games at 34 years old? You're saying how naturally...
When I come home from work, where I've worked from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. When I come when you're in front of your mirror doing makeup and you are enjoying when you are listening, you're watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't come home and say that, look at this girl.
But you came home and you came home like you said,
the house is clean.
You've been fed.
Okay, wait.
The house is clean.
So if you're providing,
kids are sleeping. I'm giving you some good ass, good sex, nigga. What else you gonna play for?
All right. So are you saying that? Are you saying? Wait. Are you saying that if you're doing all of that as a woman and you come home and the house is clean and I'm playing FIFA, you're okay with it?
Yes, if there's food in the kitchen and then amongst other things.
Wait.
With me, right? With me, I don't. That's like it's YouTube. Go on there and type how to make jollof rice and cook.
What you said also doesn't apply to every relationship like that, because there are times where the men still throw the tantrums, and it's not about the woman being whatever you're saying she is. Sometimes you can be as humble as, in fact, the man is not even allowing you to shout or be that person, because he's, even though you are taking care of him, he still finds a way to always want to be the head. Like he's literally always trying to suppress you. You can't even talk.
He's not trying to. He's being wired to be the head.
So why don't you lead and get a job?
No. I'm coming. He's been wired to be the head. Unfortunately, in this moment in time, he's not able to be the head.
Okay.
I said something.
So be humble.
We are humble. But listen,
not humble.
in that we need to understand something. Like I said something that we downplay ego as a thing that, oh, they just have ego. Ego is such a powerful thing. You have no. I think everybody needs an iota of ego to survive. If you have no ego in you, whether being man or be, if you don't have ego in you, you are fucked.
Because you'll be used.
Ego is very important. So yes, some of us men are not able to control the level of ego when the power balances are, swapped. No, it's somebody's fault. I'm not here to blame. I'm just saying it's a thing. Everything I'm saying here is not to blame, but to say that it's a thing we need to all collectively, both men and women, find a way around, and not like the way you guys are coming guns blazing at men.
We're not.
I need you to
Doing that. We're not doing that. We're just talking about the
You're making it look like we are attacking men. We are not attacking
I feel
men.
attacked.
No, we are sorry. We're not sorry. We're talking about
Okay, I'm just joking.
A specific
I'm
group
just
of
joking.
men.
yeah,
But
this is a specific group of men that we're talking about right now. We're not attacking men in
And
general.
I want
women.
to ask some question.
Okay, go ahead.
So he said if like in this state that we are in right now, so I could also see, with this type of economy that we are in right now, we are talking about survival and support. So when you are with a man where you have to provide for him and stuff, he's not supposed to know that, maybe things are hard, things are not going well. So I'm with a lady that is trying to do stuff for me. So I'm trying to use my head to do certain things that is also going to make her feel like, okay, like what she's doing, I'm
seen and
I'm seeing what she's doing. So
Partnership.
you calm down and
partnership. That's just what it comes
Let me
down to.
tell you something.
Partnership.
Tell you
Yeah,
something.
okay.
First of all, he's gonna fall out of love.
okay.
Secondly, now he'll be enjoying the benefits that he's getting from you. And then when he starts to make the money, he will now go and find the person that he
thinks is
worthy of it. He will.
You know what you're saying? I relate so like I
90%.
relate.
I feel like we're
90%.
oversimplifying
when
this conversation. No, because there are various nuances in and things we're skipping over. Yes, in the big umbrella, yes, this is what it looks like from the outside, but there's nuances that I feel like we're skipping over. We're oversimplifying is that it looks like, yes, if a woman provides and a man is not able to provide, and the man grows horns and throws tantrums, boom, done. There is nuances. There's things that are said in
Like
this
what?
dynamics. Obviously, no, I don't know.
I mean, you
Wait. There's nuances that I think we're oversimplifying the conversation. Because right now, because I'm the only guy, the chunk of the conversation is going to women providing. But let's also relax, breathe, and tune it to the other side. Which is the norm, where men are providing. Men are supposed to be the breadwinners. Men are supposed to do all the things they do.
Okay.
We do not have the same energy when
You're not talking about it.
We don't have the same energy that what continue.
that women like you guys are saying we have when we're providing, when you guys are providing. When we're providing, we're happy to provide.
Because it's
no
your
matter
natural
what you do.
appetite.
Yeah, exactly.
Men are wired into your
Exactly.
ego.
Exactly.
It makes you
I'm
feel
allowing
good.
you to be a man. What is the problem?
They're allowing me to do that.
Yes.
Guys, you see the choice of word. They're allowing me to do that.
The same way men allow
Allowing
women
me.
to be women. To do what? To cook, to clean, to submit.
Simple.
Because that's how we're...
It's not enough for us to allow, because after we
It's
allow...
not enough.
I'm coming. After we allow, we have to make sure the woman also allows herself to do all of that.
No,
in
but
the
women
21st
naturally
century.
do that.
No, not
Women
everybody.
can make a woman
Let's-
happy.
I don't want us to generalize it over, because everything we're saying here is not a thing that everybody does.
You already gave a disclaimer for us, so they know that
But
they know it's
naturally,
us and what we are saying for ourselves.
but naturally, the natural way of life, the natural system, even in the animal kingdom, naturally, men are going to hunt. They're going to provide. The women
And we
are
have
taking
no,
care
we have no problem.
And when
That's
they
exactly
do
what we
their
want to do.
job,
We want to,
so
we're
then
happy
the
to do
woman-
it.
And
automatically
because it
submits.
feeds into your ego, it makes you feel like you are the man. You're providing.
So what
you're
are we
doing what you're
saying here?
supposed
There's
to do.
also
The
scenarios.
reason why that happens-
There's also scenarios where the man is actually not throwing a tantrum, but the woman wakes up in the morning and is just annoyed with the
Because
man
why
because she's
women
doing what
having-
she's not supposed to be doing.
And not just that, women,
So,
we have
I want us to-
emotional imbalances in our.
I know.
Bro, within the 4 weeks, we only
you only
get
have one
good
week off. I know. I've begun to understand that women have only one
So
good
if a
week when they are
man-
thinking logically.
No, not logically. So if a man is around me and he understands that, he should know. So it's not every day I'm gonna be smiling in your face. It's not every day I'm gonna be happy to be paying the bills, because at the end of the day, I'm going through so much internally. So it's gonna show outwardly. So as a man, you should also be understanding of my emotions.
I just wish that what you just said could be understood both ways. Where even we don't have, as guys, we don't have one good week. We have every day is a bad day in a man's life. No. I need you to understand something.
Okay.
You guys have hormonal imbalances and things. When we wake up in the morning, every day is a hormonal imbalance. You have to understand that.
Because you have to find money.
We have to quench fires in the world. As men, when we wake up, our thought is to how do I go out there, make money to provide for my woman, provide for my family, provide for. We don't have. It's not about hormonal. is society is giving us every day, and we have to take it. So I wish that the thing that you said, that same grace could be extended to men when the roles are reversed. Because in situations where the man is providing every day for the woman, doing all that he has to do, you guys don't have the same grace. We have to talk about it. You don't have that same grace of the thing you just said. We have to understand.
I think it's not being talked about because in any relationship or any partnership, there must be communication, and not just communication, but understanding of what's being communicated.
It's easy to say now, Ifya. You're saying it nicely.
No,
like,
I'm not
in real
just
life,
saying
it does
it
not always
nicely.
apply.
It doesn't apply. It doesn't happen because we're not talking about it, and this is why we're talking about it now.
And when we talk about it, you guys will just shut it down.
no.
Because,
No,
I know what I'm saying.
With what Ifya just said,
Mm.
with what Ifya just said about we having just one good week and also being able to communicate. I have been in a relationship like that where I sat the boy down, told him that this is how things are supposed to be. So sometimes you need to come back. It's like as you are talking, it's entering this place and it's coming out of this place.
Then maybe that person is just immature and childish
Or lazy,
and is not ready
maybe.
for that kind of conversation.
Yeah, but he's just talking about roles being reversed. That's what I'm asking
Right.
him.
Right.
Is it that he's just trying to be like that, or that's also how men are wired to be?
See, everything goes both ways.
That's exactly what she just said. Everything we're talking about here, we should know in the back of our minds that it goes both ways.
Right.
I keep throwing this word around, partnership. I'll keep saying it to the end of this episode because if we understand the concept of partnership, a lot of what we're saying here will be non-conversations because partnership means sometimes I'm not there. And you have to be all the way there.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm all the way there, you're not all the way there. And I have to. That's just partnership. It does not matter the nuances of I'm providing, I'm working, and you are not.
But in the long run, if the man is being a man, the woman will always be a woman.
It's not always. So, like you said, a man should never date a woman who is what? Richer than. You see, in every rule of life, it's not an absolute rule. No matter what it is, even if you say water is tasteless, everything that we say in life is not absolute. So yes, as much as in the grand scheme of things, I will advise my male friends not to do it. It's not absolute because there's people that have dated women that are richer than that is working and it works for them. But in the grand scheme of things, wait. In the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, all the things we're talking about in the nuances and the emotions and the hormonal imbalance. No, because everything in life has nuance. Like, it's very important. Like,
Okay.
Like, we are supposed to not oversimplify matters because everything has its own pegs and, so.
But naturally speaking, though, like on a regular though, like when
you shouldn't date. I would advise my male friends not to. Because more often than not,
It doesn't work out.
it does not.
because of this.
example of a rich woman and a poor man that sit together.
And
Yeah,
I can.
A rich woman
Ajwa
married a
Safo
poor
is still
man.
married to her husband.
Who?
Ajwa Safo.
Wow.
She's still married to her.
To her husband.
She richer than
She's
the
more
man.
financially stable than her husband.
I don't know
know
anything
who
about this, so I
Ajwa
can't
Safo is?
I
comment
know, but
about
yes,
it.
she richer than the man.
MP.
Yes.
Yeah, the MP.
She's richer than her husband. They're still together.
Rumors are
How do
saying.
you know
How do they
this?
still
Like,
together?
you don't know anything. You're just saying it from what you've seen and heard.
So when they got married, yes, it was all over the internet. I saw it, right? And then people went to dig, or people dug the guy's past, and they found out that she is richer than the guy. Okay, and also with the home in which she's coming from, everybody knows who her dad is, how much money they have,
Right.
what she has done over the years, and they are still together.
I want to say something about that.
Wait, let me finish.
Okay.
The reason why I'm saying they are still together is that she came out to talk about why she wasn't seen in parliament for a very long time. And she said she went abroad to take care of her child, which she lost.
Right,
yes,
right.
and then her husband was supportive and all that. So they are still together.
Okay, I want to say something about the thing she just said. Young kings and queens. I have to rehash this because sometimes, take away KiDi, take away Nana Jamna. I'm a person that uses the internet and I see a lot of things. I want to say something. We do not know anything for sure. As somebody who has gone through people believing something about me, I can come out and say that no matter what you think you've seen on the internet,
Right.
It's not always
no
true.
matter what you think you've heard, no matter what you think has been presented, it looks so true. we do not know these people.
Right.
We do not know what is going on in their lives. They've presented something to you, and it looks like, oh, okay, it's richer than this. We do not know.
It's asking who is still together. We don't ask if maybe things are going
still
on with it.
happily
No,
together.
we know. We are not asking.
But it's
We're not asking
important.
if they are
It's
still
important.
together.
Together.
Because if the marriage isn't dissolved and they are still together, that means. Sorry to
It's
say, that
working?
means it's working.
No, that's not accurate.
Wait,
That's not accurate.
Time.
as you said, they can be dying in silence. You wouldn't know, but as long as they're still together, they are together.
No. They can still look like they're together, but they're separated.
How many couples do you know that come out on the internet and they're holding hands on red carpets and
But behind
kissing each
closed
other? And then
doors, there's abuse.
we
There's-
don't, guys, you do
so why
not
are they
know
not
anything
divorced
for
then?
sure.
Maybe they are, and it's not in the public. There are many people who
I just don't want us to
have,
have conversation based on what we think we've seen and heard on
which
the internet.
is very true.
Because
Maybe,
we do not know anything for sure.
But now let's
If I don't know anything about you, even though I think I do, I
Right.
don't.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about me,
About
even though you think you do.
Right.
Tash, I don't know anything about you.
I
I've seen things
still
about you,
don't
but it could be false.
I still don't second you. I still
Okay.
don't second you.
and that's fine. You're entitled
Yeah,
to feel how
that's
you
fine.
feel.
That's fine. I still want to make my point clear. That
Okay, let me give you an example.
Give me an example.
With your relationship with Paradise. Okay, hold on.
Why is it my
Hold on.
relationship?
Why not?
For some time in the public eye, it looked posh,
Like,
it
looked
looked
great.
cool, it looked very nice, attractive, and anything. But then at the end of the day, we got to find out one way or the other that it wasn't all rosy. You guys had to, at a point, break up. How about that?
I said that on this podcast.
No,
I
that's
said
not-
that we
how
were
about
not
that?
together.
No, but
We are saying that the fact that they are together still doesn't mean that it's perfect.
With this question, the question is, he's trying to advise people that his boys that do not go for a girl that is richer than you.
Okay.
Is Paradise richer than me? Am I richer than Paradise?
Are you richer than Paradise,
He made the statement that don't believe all you see because although they look like they're married, they might not be.
With Paradise
everything might
and
not
I,
be
whatever
rosy.
we put on the internet, whatever we put out there was true.
Oh.
We just had some misunderstanding, and I was like, you know
You
what?
guys broke up.
If you're going to do this, let's just end stuff.
still there were some
that was
problems.
it.
So still there were some
But
problems.
if you say that what we put out there, we are trying. No, it was never.
I'm not saying you're faking, though. I'm saying that there were still some problems there. It wasn't all rosy. It wasn't perfect.
No, it was.
That's what I'm saying.
Your name
It wasn't all rosy. It wasn't rosy. It wasn't. You were literally taking care of this guy. What are you talking about?
How do you know I was taking care of him? How do you know I was taking care of him? I was with Paradise and it was rosy. It was rosy till it got to a point where he did something and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. We are done.
Wait. In all of this, I'm here. I just have one question.
Yes.
Because again, perspectives. Nobody should come from my head. But I hear you raising your voice and shit. I just need to ask. That whole thing was real?
Yes, I said
Exactly.
date Paradise.
From my perspective, it looked like a bunch of bullshit. I don't know.
No, KiDi, it's not funny. It's not.
No, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not
That's
even.
what he said. He said it looked like.
It looks
That's
like.
why
That is literally what I said. What looks like.
it might not be.
It might not
So
be.
let me ask you something.
The
Why did
same-
it, wait. If you let me finish. Why did it look like bullshit to you? I want to know.
Because as a person that, whoever I am and however I'm perceiving whatever was being presented to me, it did not feel real.
And also to add to that, I mean, there are so many people in the public eye who use situations like this. They deliberately act like they're dating just to, maybe for clout or maybe to grow some sort of
Engagements.
engagements.
Right.
And also it was maybe business. People even marry for business. Like,
I get all those things that you are saying.
Uh-huh.
This is not the first time I'm hearing it. This is not going to be the last time I'm hearing it. You're going to be like, oh, it did not look real because you're like, why would you date Paradise or why would?
It's not even.
Wait, let me finish.
I don't want to be. Why did you date
Let
him?
me finish, please. So people are like, oh, it doesn't look real. It doesn't look like you guys are together. I get all those that you're saying, but in this case, I'm trying to tell Rosie that me being with this person, it was real. We were together. Well, whatever we put there, we were in that moment.
Okay.
Things happened and it didn't work out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it was real. Why it ended anyway.
But whatever, real, unreal, that's not
Rosie,
the point of
I don't
the
want to
point
say
of the
stuff, but
conversation.
I don't wait. Keep
The
going.
point-
I don't want to say stuff,
come
but
on,
you just said here that
come on.
nothing lasts forever. So baby girl,
nothing does?
don't
No
be
one
too,
said that. Who said
don't
that?
be too pompous.
Who said
because
that?
Nothing lasts forever. I'm telling you, nothing lasts forever. We will be here.
I think you're
the internet is
deviating
there.
because
We
the
will be here.
point I was
Things
trying
will
to-
see how it is.
The points I was trying to make.
Yes.
The points I was trying to make, it's not even about real and unreal. That was just a sub point. The main point is that do not believe everything
was the
you see. That was the conversation.
Exactly.
The conversation is.
That's what it got
Till
to.
Rosie brought me and Paradise into this conversation.
Hold on.
I have to
I'm
be.
beginning to
I
feel
have
like
to be.
I'm beginning to
No,
feel like
you
your
don't have to
relationship
feel
was
like
fake.
It is not fake.
From
How can
beginning
it
to
fake?
end. What?
Nobody's even talking about yours.
You're literally dying.
It was a reality show. It was a reality show. You were on TV showing people how you are with somebody you're in a relationship with, sleeping with a person and stuff like that. Everybody was seeing it. It was on TV.
And
so now you're telling me mine is
talk to the mic.
because yours you went to a reality show. It doesn't make sense.
Talk to the mic. In the mic.
So do you
Talk
feel
to the
like
mic.
mine is fake?
Guys,
I don't want to talk about this issue.
I don't want to talk about this issue.
Keep your relationship out of my mouth.
Okay, guys.
Keep your relationship out of my mouth. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Mine is already out of your mouth.
Wait.
Don't even talk about it.
Okay, so still on the topic about the factors that go into, relationships and dating and whatnot. Let's get into a man or a woman's sexual history. Does body count matter when you're dating? I just made a face. Does body count matter to you when you're like dating a guy?
If I'm dating a guy, it doesn't matter.
Like his sexual history, it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
But what if he comes to you and asks you about your body count, and then because of the answer you've given him, he now no longer wants.
I feel like if I'm not asking you, don't ask me.
Because you don't care.
Because if
So
I
a guy
tell
shouldn't
you,
care
if you
also.
ask me a body count and I tell you 15, hey, what say you are sport too. I don't want that kind of judgment.
Right.
So if I'm not asking you, don't ask me because you yourself, you're sitting there. I know that you slept with like 50 girls already. You're not talking about it. You're not talking about mine.
But the thing she just said, like, if a man or when a woman says she's had sex with, let's say 15, hey, what say yo? It's the whole what say notion.
When I'm even in a relationship, I don't care to know the number of people you've been with in the past, whether sexually or not sexually. It's once we are together in a relationship right now, my body count is 1 and yours is 1. It's the both of us, and that's just it. I don't care to know who you were with and who you... No, it's not my business. I don't care to know. I don't want to know.
It doesn't have any effect on you. Like if a man has been with, let's say, because there's a video that was circulating, I think last year, where a man was talking about he slept with like 1,000+ women.
Yeah. By then, he was not in a relationship
With you. No,
with
he
me.
wasn't.
And then now he's in a relationship with me.
you.
His body count is 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just us and that's it. I don't care. I don't
So
want
what
to know.
you're trying to say is, if you meet a man today,
And he's not sick.
I'm coming, and he's honest with you that he slept with 1,000 women in all consciousness.
He should let me... Like, why are you letting me know in the first place?
What you don't know doesn't hurt.
I don't want to know.
But what if he just wants to be? He's an expressive man.
Yeah.
He wants to let you know everything about him.
You see, that's the
and through
thing.
communication, you say, "Oh, I want to know about you. Tell me about yourself."
Now you've
I've been with
bothered
1,000
me.
girls.
You've bothered me because now I'm already in love with you. I'm in the relationship because I love you. It's not about the number of people you slept with in the past. But now you've put me in a position where I have to now sit there and be thinking, so you've been with all these people. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Whatever you've done in the past was in the past. Once I'm with you, we started something new. It's fresh, and that's all I care about.
Okay.
Our body count is 1-1. That's it.
Men's way of thinking is very different from us females. And I see KiDi nodding his head. So with you, KiDi, the same question goes to you, applies to you.
What's the question?
When it comes to body count, does it matter how many men the woman has been with?
Again, you don't have to agree, but this is my personal opinion.
Right.
If we're just having a good time, we're having fun, I don't care.
Okay.
But if you're somebody that I'm going to be calling mine, you're somebody I'm going to be taking home to mama. If you're somebody I'm going to be walking out with and holding hands with proudly, it's my truth. It matters.
Why?
I don't want to walk into a space and all the guys in there are like eyeing each other like... No, it's again ties into ego.
Exactly.
It bears very like this is my truth. You don't have to agree with me. I do not want a woman who has bore her soul out to too many people. Because then when I meet you, I'm meeting a very degraded version of your soul.
How are you meeting a degraded version of the person's soul? Because of the men that she's been with. How does the amount of men degrade their soul?
Women and men operate differently, emotionally, physically.
Yes.
Even though it's not always the case, there's women that operate like men. Okay, if that's what's worked with you, that's fine. But for a lot of women, they give themselves to men based on some kind of emotional connection,
right?
Which is a thing,
right?
So it means if I'm judging by that, if you're giving yourself to, let's say, throw me a figure, 50 men,
emotionally and sexually,
it means by the time I get there, you've given yourself to. I'm not even saying when I say you're giving yourself to, I'm not even talking about sexually, but it means you've given yourself emotionally to 50 men who have all obviously done you wrong in some way because you're here. Or maybe not, but you're here because you're single.
Right.
It means 50 people that you've been with did not work.
Right.
It means at some point in time, and we all know that when you give yourself to people, after it doesn't work, you shed a part of you. There's some bits of you that you shed when you leave somebody.
You
go to the next person. Yep. You go to somebody else, you shed some part of you because you learn something from there.
Exactly.
So if you've shed 50 bits of you, what is left for me?
Okay, so what about in that shedding, she developed and became a better version of herself?
You still shed.
Yeah, but you shed all the negative. Because there are some instances when a woman is growing and dating and meeting people.
There's not 50 negatives about a human being. After you shed the first 10 negatives, what begins to shed is positive.
That's not true.
I'm coming. It's not always the case, but now, after probably your 10th person, what you're beginning to shed is the purity that you have in you is beginning to diminish. Now, you don't look at the world in the same perspective, in the same eye. You don't look at the world as, oh, wow, the world is
and that's
rosy
good because the
great.
world is not rosy.
Yes, I agree.
Sorry, Rosie.
I agree. But then this is only the 10th too. We've not reached the 20th and 30th and 40th and 50th. By the time you reach 30th, you shed a lot of the good bits and the good parts of your brain that makes you like...
to see the world as like glittery.
I don't want you to see the world because the world is not glittery. I don't want you to see the world glittery. But you shed a lot of your parts that...
made you wholesome.
Yes. Because now, when I put water on the table, I'm going to be wondering, hey, but what if it's gin? What if it's not water?
Yeah.
Every bit of you is beginning to second guess everything I do because 50 people before me have scarred you so much that when I put flour here, you see it as thorns.
Right.
So it means I have to do too much work in trying to like, oh, listen, I'm good.
Is it too much work for someone that you actually want to build something with?
But that's the thing. That's the thing about
as much
me.
as there's negatives in people, there's a lot of positives also in them.
I get it, which is true. But before we get to the point where I make this decision and I want to be with, I probably learned this already.
Okay.
It means when I learned this early on.
It means you ask.
I don't like to ask this,
So
but
then how would you know?
sometimes there's certain things you don't always have to ask to know.
How would you know?
You will know.
You will know.
You will know.
How
You
will
will
you
know.
know?
You will know.
You will know.
How will you know if
You
a woman
will
has
know.
put so many...
The number of people,
That reminds
you
me
will
of that
know.
meme. They're not gonna know. They're
how
gonna
would
know.
you know?
Listen,
you
The
know?
whole does not...
women, men, all of us, we find ways. I'm coming. We find ways of saying things. Best thing about me, I always listen to what people don't say.
Right.
More than what they say.
Right.
Because what people say is always very controlled and calculated.
Uh-huh.
What you don't say, that's where the source is. And people that have been with 50 people, you will know.
How will you know?
Because they will say things, they will do things. You listen.
Okay, behavior.
Unless you're not attentive.
Okay,
If you
okay.
decide to open your eyes, open your ears, they will give you all and then maybe you will not want to ask, but they will say things and do things that will make you want to know things.
Okay,
Like, you go out to date with a woman and then she makes a comment. Maybe you say something like, oh, I find you really pretty. And then she says something like,
That's what they always say.
That's what they always say.
But no,
Automatically, you know that 10 men have said that to her. Maybe, okay, that actually, I'm using the wrong example because everybody can say that. But I'm trying to make a point, like a bigger point here. Sometimes you don't always have to ask things to know things. And I'm speaking for myself. For me, I can know things without always asking because people that have gone through
Assumption is
things.
a thief of joy.
I know. People that have gone through things, people that have been through things, people that have seen things, it shows in how they treat the world. It shows in how they treat people.
Yeah.
You don't always have to ask to know.
Yeah.
You always know in how they relate
Actions
to other
speak louder than
humans.
words.
Yes, because they've been through things.
But some people know how to decode.
Yeah.
They
good
know
for
how
them.
to hide their emotions. They know how to pretend.
They say, Subai. It's the same you say.
Wait,
True
so-
good time.
KiDi, let me ask you. Let me ask everybody. Okay, so if you're with someone, say 1 year, 2 years, you're at a point where you want to get married and then build a family, and some way, somehow, you get to find out that okay, this person has slept with 50 people again. What are you going to do? Are you telling us that you're going to
Leave the
person or you're going to forget about the past? What are you going to
Hypothetically
do?
speaking, you've invested so much. You guys are in love. You're getting married.
Everything is great.
You're getting married now, right?
Yes.
It's amazing.
What would you do?
And she,
Hypothetically speaking,
hypothetically speaking, yeah.
2 years
Or 3.
or 3, 5. Let's make it 5. That makes
Okay.
the.
Okay, 5.
I've been with you 5 years. I've invested so much in you. It's going to be, I'm not saying it's easy. It's going to be tough because anything you've invested 5 years of your life in is a tough decision to make. But now I'm considering the opportunity cost of 5 years and the rest of our lives.
But everything is not perfect.
No.
What do you mean? No, we're hypothetically speaking that
you have to know that you guys are speaking fairy language.
We're hypothetically speaking.
You're speaking fairy language
That's what
because
hypothetically means.
I know, hypothetically in fairy language because you're trying to give the assumption that somebody who has been through all of this presented the perfect front to you, which is not possible.
How?
It is possible. If somebody's
It's only possible if you decide to close your eyes and ears and mouth and decide to.
No, it's
Oh,
possible.
please.
People change, people grow, people become better versions of themselves. But especially when the person has found themselves in Christ.
Okay, I feel guys, I feel like you guys are expecting a specific answer from me because I'm listening. Because I'm answering based on my truth. My truth is that no matter how it is, whether I asked or I didn't ask, whether you showed me in various different ways or not.
Yeah.
After 2 years and 3 years, once I find out that I've been with you, and if I've been with you for 3 years, and I didn't know that if I walk into a room with you, a lot of guys in there are going to be eyeing each other and passing comments and murmuring, then I feel like even me on my own, having been very attentive to you in the 3 years, having known you how I think I know you.
But you've known
But that's
her
the
the way you're
person's
supposed
past,
to know
though.
her.
Supposed to?
Yes.
Who makes the rules of who's supposed to do
Are you
anything?
listening
At the end
to
of the day,
people?
if
Are
you-
you listening to people?
Exactly.
Or you're
Because
listening to your
you're
girl?
I'm not listening. Listen.
No, you just said if you
I'm
pass by a group of
coming.
people and they do,
And they're looking.
I'm coming.
Looking.
Okay, we are waiting.
My truth is that I do not want. Okay, I don't know what God has in store for me, but my truth is I do not want a woman, point blank, who has shared so much of herself to the world in 50 different people.
What's
Personally,
the
I
limit
do
for
not-
you? What's the limit for you?
What's
In your
too
truth.
much,
In
right?
your truth.
I don't have a specific number because there's no specific number. I'm coming. I'm coming. Somebody can be with 2 people, and the 2 people, the shaggy will show the girl.
yes.
It's more than what 10 people will show her.
So you have
So
two
there's
men
no
show
number.
girl shaggy.
Oh, what she said?
Let's talk about shaggy.
Listen.
I'm just saying a thing here.
Okay.
You can be with 2 people, and the things those 2 people will put the girl through is worse than what
Let them
10
make a
people will
boy.
put her through. So it's not a number thing. It's not a thing about 50, 10.
No, but we're
Okay.
talking
But
body
if I-
count.
Yeah, but it's in the same conversation because if I meet you and even you've been with 5 people and the 5 people have ruined your soul so much.
Wait.
Hey,
But no,
I will know.
You're contradicting yourself because, and you said when you walk in a room and bed.
no, that was just one example. There's
So then it
many.
matters. That means the numbers matter.
It does matter.
But you just said that it's not about the numbers. It's about
It
what
does.
it's about the pain the person has caused.
Listen. It does matter because if you've been with 50 people, I do not want to be with you.
That's
point
fine.
blank.
That's
but
your-
at the same time, there's also if you've been with 5 people and the 5 people have ripped your soul so much that when I meet you, I'm meeting a depleted
Kiddie,
version
you
of
want a
yourself.
virgin?
Cookie was asking something.
That-
That
you
means
want
you
a
want a
virgin?
virgin.
I don't want a virgin.
Why not? Wait. Why don't you want a virgin?
Okay. Wait. Let me rephrase. It's not that I don't want.
Okay.
When it comes to me, like a lot of questions you guys are asking, there is no right and wrong answer because guess what? I could easily meet somebody who has been with 10 people and they are going to be the most amazing person I've ever seen. But I'm saying that there's a high chance that if they've met 10 people, the 10 people have shared so much of the good bits of them. But again, like I say, I always leave room for the fact that I could be wrong. I could meet a girl who has been with 10 people who is still like the most amazing woman I've ever met in my
So then
life,
for you,
know?
it's the numbers and it's also
The fact that you
state
walk
of-
There's
into a room and
little,
people
there's little
know.
things. You know how we make jokes that, sometimes our parents, when we do things, sometimes our parents don't really have a problem with the things we're doing, but they only care about how people see the things we do.
Yeah.
It kind of applies to us as well. A lot of the things we're afraid of, be it relationship, be it life, be it career, it's usually not about the thing. A lot of people are not afraid to fail. We're just afraid to fail in the eyes of other people.
Right.
So we cannot do away with the fact that it's so, like, even though it should not be so, we're humans, we are flesh and blood, and we do care
About people.
society, because society is where we exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So we do care about it, even though we shouldn't. We do care about it.
Okay, so
To some
KiDi,
extent,
in the
yeah,
spirit
yeah.
of living room for-
Why not?
Yes. Why don't you
I was-
want a
I-
virgin?
because I asked you-
No.
no,
He said he didn't say.
I didn't say I don't
he
want
doesn't
it, but I
a
corrected
virgin.
myself. I said that was a wrong thing for me to say. It's not like I want or don't want. If
Yeah.
I happen to meet the most amazing woman in the world who happens to be a virgin,
You want-
I'm cool. If I
Okay.
meet the most amazing woman in the world who fits my soul, who is my soulmate, and it's not a virgin,
Okay, so the most amazing woman in the world, and she was an ex-prostitute.
Yeah.
you're not the most amazing woman. You're not.
Why does that?
Why?
does that
Why?
disqualify her
Because
amazingness?
you cannot tell me, don't worry about my past. And your past is some grim shit. Like, it matters.
I mean, that's
KiDi, would you say?
Because what we see, whoever we are, every single one of us, whoever we are, whoever we have become as adults, are based on what we've been through.
right.
So
Experiences.
you cannot ignore the things we've been through. You cannot ignore that I was a hoe.
Right.
I was a prostitute
Right.
5 years ago, and
Right.
I've changed. So it does matter.
Yeah.
No,
We are,
because, yeah.
we are, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not coming, but we are results of the things we've been, the experiences we've had in
Which
life.
is
So,
true, because even for you to resort to prostituting, which is exchanging your body for financial means, it means that you have no value for yourself. That's how I see it. For a woman to have to now sell her body to make a way, because there's so many ways you can make money. I don't care if you have to like go and clean gutters. Like it's how you value yourself. So I totally agree.
And again, I also want to say that everything I'm saying is not law.
it's
not
I
law.
think we've gotten that.
It's
they've understood that.
Your truth.
my truth. You don't have to agree. You can decide that as for
Yeah.
you, your soulmate is somebody who was falsely a prostitute,
Right.
and
That
that's
was
fine.
you.
That's okay. And if it works for you, it works for you.
Okay.
Me, no.
You were
So
gonna
then,
ask-
body count is still a very big thing in 2025. From what
People
you're
don't
saying.
ask anymore, but it's a thing because it's always that.
It's a matter.
It's a gray area where we
never knew.
pretend like it's not. But sometimes when you hear some numbers, there's a part of you that's like,
So what number is
there.
what
It's
number?
there.
Because you're a guy. What number in you guys, your world is too much.
That's the
Let's
thing.
say-
let's give us a
There's
number.
no one number.
There's a
no
number.
no
Just
guy
try.
can say
There's a number.
no
Just
guy
try.
can say that there is this specific. If I hear this number,
No, but you can hear.
no opinion.
Five is too much.
I'm coming.
so-
That's his personal
Let me
opinion.
ask you. Hey, fine. You know why I gotta chop my body?
That's your personal opinion. I just want to say.
Is why. Hey.
I just want to say that
out.
sometimes even the conversation of body counts is kind of
Is that
irrelevant to me
I think
because
at
at the
your
point
age now,
if you
it's
ask,
the age you are at now.
listen, if I come and ask you that if you listen, I like you, like I want us to be in a relationship, and then I ask you what's your body, can you tell me 5? How do I know you're telling me the truth?
I know the truth.
Because men lie, women lie, everybody lies.
Nobody
Like,
lies.
so even it's a question if I'm asking you, even if you tell me, a part of my brain is probably like,
Oh, boy.
yeah.
So then why ask? Like
Exactly.
I don't
It's
want
an
to know.
irrelevant
That's why I said I
conversation.
think I don't want to know. Like wait.
And that's the thing is
really?
that body count in itself in the topic is an irrelevant conversation.
It really
but
is.
but
It matters.
body count and other things come together to form the people that you meet. Because when you meet a girl, you're going to meet all her past experiences together with her.
Yeah.
You're going to meet all the guys she's been with together with her. You're going to meet all the people that have done her wrong and right. You're going to meet all of them in the woman that you're meeting.
That's if she hasn't found herself in Christ. It's true. It's true. You know, because when you're in Christ, you're a new creation.
Yeah.
Old things have gone and you're a new body. Now you are the
creation,
better
if
version
you're
of
the-
yourself. You're a wiser version. That's why I'm a field of Christ, because the old
told
things
you.
have changed, child. I'm a new creation. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, let me ask
I feel like when you take me to biblical, you
No, this
No. She's just saying.
I know, but once you take there's very
Because you've changed. You're a new person.
Yeah.
You know, you don't hold on to any pain.
so first
you don't
January
hold on to.
you've reset your body count.
I mean, I
so-
reset every day.
Okay.
I don't have any body count, first of all. I am a new creation. No, my point is that when you find yourself in that space, you know, it's like you hold on to no pain. You don't hold on to anything that anybody has done to you.
Everything has gone away.
Everything has gone out of you, and
How
all you
many
know is
people
love.
how many times in your everyday life are you going to meet somebody who has given themselves to Christ and reset their whole life?
Oh, not many. many.
Exactly.
But you should, but
So
you
let's
attract what you are. So if you are in that space in your life where you are in this full of love and full of this thing, you are gonna attract those kind of people.
exactly.
But if you stay in a state of where you know what, you're still
I feel
harboring
like-
onto
I feel
pain,
like
you're gonna
as-
meet people like that
I feel
also.
like as humans, we romanticize.
I like that.
Or romanticize right now.
We romanticize what you just said a lot. I feel like people like to operate in life and math, in the sense that we say that if I go to church, I will find this. If I do this, life does not operate that way. Life does not operate in there. If I've given myself to Christ and I attract this, I will attract this. Newsflash, you will not attract what you think you will attract.
You attract what you
may.
are.
I know there's conversation. I know that whole concept of you when you think
There's
positive.
spirituality.
I get it.
It's the truth.
But it's very detrimental to preach to young people that when you, how do I say this without?
Because it's not about going to
Seeming
church.
someone.
It's not about church. It's not about what I'm saying. It has nothing to do
It's
with
about
church.
being what you are is what you become. It's
like, for
KiDi,
example-
where you are
Okay,
right now.
okay.
No, where you are right now is it's an image you had in your head.
I know.
and that's why you are here right now.
Let me put it this way. It's like saying to people that you will be successful if you work hard. That is not true.
If you work smart, it's not about just working hard. It's about working
what
smart.
I said
also.
is, people say when we're growing up in school, what they tell us is that, hey, to become successful, you need to work
go to
hard.
school.
It is not true.
But what is success though? What you qualify as success
let's
is
not
not.
go
because
further. I want us to operate in just that linear way.
But what
I'm
is
saying.
success is not what you see as success. Success could be somebody have 100 CDs in their account. They're okay.
I feel like
Success
you're
to you
misunderstanding
is
what I'm
not
trying to say.
success to me.
I get it.
You
Which
mean
is
like what has
true.
been taught to
Which
us
is
as
true.
children?
It's true, but I'm trying to make a bigger point here that you don't always become successful from working hard. There's an element of luck in life. You can work hard, work smart, do all the right things, and still not be successful. So I'm trying to make a point that we don't have to preach to young people that A is equal to B. If you do A, you will get B, because it is not true.
Okay.
It takes grace. It takes certain things in life,
The elements of the universe.
to make you. Let's
God's
not always
favor.
say that this will attract this,
But
and
it's
this will do
also
that.
how you perceive it,
It's good
though.
to perceive it. It's good to
Right.
like
It's
have that in your
perception.
mind. But let's not move in the world thinking that if I work hard, I must be successful.
Yeah, but let's not also downplay that if you work hard, you can't be successful.
Okay.
And also, if you work smart, you can be successful.
Okay,
And
okay.
also, what you believe in your mind is what could be your reality. Let's not downplay that either, because it happens.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it depends on your mindset.
Okay.
Right. So let's
Okay.
come back to body counts and virginity. Okay. So I want to ask, guys. Is it really a thing with I don't want to be for you. I don't want to be with a woman who has like 50 plus body counts. I don't want to be a woman who has slept with so many people. Or is just men afraid of not being able to like measure up sexually?
Or like satisfy a woman in bed.
Is that what it is? Or is just you saying, okay, I don't want this, I can't do this? Or you're afraid that, okay, maybe because she has like this experience, I can never meet up to that.
I feel like I need to think about this because personally, I haven't met anybody who has that number of body count, so I don't know.
Okay, let's not use 50. Let's say it's 15. That's too high.
And it's not really about it. I'm just trying to think about the question. I don't-
Sexual history.
No, sexual history can be important. It's not always important, but it can be important. And I feel like sometimes you have to believe in your source.
In your what?
In your sauce.
What does that
Your sauce.
Yeah.
Okay. Believe in your sauce.
No, it's a thing
Okay.
because different people, even us as humans, like we're not the same people throughout our lives. You know, 5 years ago, you're not who you are. Who you were 5 years ago. 5 years later, you probably develop new interests. Develop new things you want to try. You develop new interests. I've said it already, but like you get me. So if you've met me at this point of your hey, I'm like, I don't think it's the grand scheme. I don't think it's such sexual history of like not being able to measure up is quite it. I don't think it's a thing in a lot of guys' minds.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm speaking
it's
for
about
myself.
Okay, so let's say you're in a relationship with a woman and you're not able to satisfy her. Are you the kind of guy that's willing to let your ego go and allow the woman to teach you how to make love to her? Because there are some men who don't know how to make a woman.
I feel like when it comes to sex, that's the one part of our nature that we should kill ego. Like when it comes to like
Satisfying.
not just a woman,
satisfying
men,
is
each
not-
other. Like it's not just a woman that needs satisfaction, you know.
Yeah.
We need to kill ego. Because if I've met you I was watching a movie yesterday on Hulu,
Hulu's not paying for us, so you could just be watching the movie.
dying for sex. And then there was this guy who was having sex with a woman and she was just silent. First time. She was just silent the whole time. He kept asking, like, what do you like? What do you enjoy? What do you want? Like, tell me something because I don't know you. If we've met and we're dating and we've decided to have sex, I'm not a magician. I don't know automatically know the things that you love.
Yeah.
So we should be able to like
Communicate,
teach each other,
yeah.
communicate. Because if we don't, then what are we doing? Like
Yeah.
we're wasting our time.
Yeah.
You should be able to say, okay, I like this. I don't like that. I want to try this. I don't want to try that. If
Yeah.
we're not, then we're wasting time. Let's just
I agree.
go find,
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
for me or cookie.
Cookie. Would you prefer? No, sorry. Let me put it like this. Which would you prefer, vulnerable men or dominant men?
Does it have to be all?
All.
Does it have to be all?
For this?
I mean, then one person
let me
can
ask
be.
you then,
No,
we'll ask-
one person can have both qualities.
So which do
Yeah, but in this
What do you
case,
mean?
which one do you prefer?
Me.
KiDi, why are you trying to change?
One person having
Sorry.
both qualities. I don't know why I should choose.
Okay, you want,
Choose. They said choose.
I don't know why I should choose.
Just choose, Cookie.
I don't know why I should choose.
Wait,
you mean like
let me take the
if
question
a
again.
man is naturally
Okay, so-
vulnerable, or you mean sex? Are you talking about sexually?
No,
just
I'm
naturally.
naturally.
If he's,
Oh, naturally, not sexually.
Between
Okay.
a vulnerable and a dominant man, which would you choose and why?
Be very honest, Cookie. Don't lie to the public, Cookie.
No, we are growing every day.
Cookie, where you taking
And my
food?
choices change, okay?
like KiDi, I don't know what you guys plan today with the growing and choices and changing.
Because
But
we
it's
are
true.
growing.
No,
yeah.
it's true. So maybe
Okay.
what I preferred like maybe a year ago is not the same thing I would prefer now. So right now, I don't know why I should choose because right now what I want, like I would like now I get to pick who I want, and then whoever I want should have
That quality.
everything. I
All the
don't.
qualities.
Yeah, I'm
Both
not looking for
vulnerable and
someone who
dominant.
can give me A and not give me B. If you don't have the full package, then I don't want you.
It's like a conversation of love language. I think when we were growing up, when people ask somebody, "Oh, what's your love language?" Everybody had to choose one.
Yeah.
But now, when you ask anybody what the love
I
language
want you
is,
to
you
have
want
all.
everything.
Yeah.
You want a little bit of. You cannot give me gifts and then not give me quality
emotions.
time. And all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
People want a bit of everything because we realize that as flesh and blood, we want.
We
it
want
all.
everything. Yeah. Oh, I don't want gifts. No, I do. Give me. I'll take it.
Then? Dominant or vulnerable?
Yeah, since you asked.
Yeah. Unless you have an answer, tell us.
Vulnerable or dominant? I like a dominant man.
Why?
What if he doesn't know how to? You know, the reason why I want a man that has both is because I care about balance. You should be able to know how to balance being dominant and then you know
when you need to be vulnerable?
I
exactly.
feel like I get vulnerable 80% of the time. I'm not looking for a man that's vulnerable too. I want a man that steps up. Like a man that,
I want to ask Adra something.
oh, mommy, yeah.
no, there's levels to dominance,
No,
girl.
wait. Let her finish and then you can ask. Go ahead, Adra.
Let him ask. He has
Okay,
he has
ask the
one
question.
answer.
Oh, I also wanted to ask how old you were.
I'm 23.
Okay.
That's why the age is the.
I'm not going to make any comments.
Say it, no kidding.
Oh, that's good.
Ask him, tell him to say it.
Why the question of age?
No, because it's a lot of what me and Cookie have been saying has to do with growth.
Yeah.
When we're 23, there's a lot of these answers will not be given.
Yeah.
No, this is not to say you're saying anything wrong.
Right.
It's just-
Everybody needs to operate in exactly
yeah.
where they are in life.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
So that's why I just asked how old she was. There's nothing wrong. Just say your thing.
But you've been asking of age a lot. How old are you?
Don't mind your business.
Did you mind? Yes, you asked me the same question.
He's mature.
I'm mature. That's all you need to know.
Mature.
He's grown.
But you've had this thing for a long time since.
Yeah. If you're honest, listen. Yesterday, what was I yesterday? Yesterday I was shooting something, right? And then somebody came over to me and said, "Okay, there's something." I was at YFM, and somebody was like, "KiDi, there's something in your beard. You need to remove it." You don't know how happy that made me.
Because they notice you have a beard.
There's something in my beard. If you
Get stuck in it. Oh my god.
listen, if you know, when I was in high school, all my male friends had beards and I had nothing. If something can get stuck in my beard,
It's a big deal.
forget everybody.
Let me just wrong. Right now, you're a man.
Oh, yeah, I don't even want beard because I like exactly how my face looks. You know.
So you see, because that's not what you want. That's what you have. Your mind has given you exactly what it is that you want.
If my mind wanted a full beard, I'll get a full beard.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Mind, full beard.
But when it comes to the conversation of sexual history and with men and being in a bedroom, you just said that when it comes to sex, there should be no ego, right?
Facts.
This
And
question
women too. Like, I feel like a lot of the conversations are being tailored towards women, man. But
Satisfying.
it's a both way thing because sex is not just
A man or
as
just a woman.
contrary to popular belief where pillow princesses want to be a
Pillow princess.
yeah, but sex is a two-way street.
Yes.
It's crazy in today's world. A pillow princess can go and brag that he was trash.
Yeah.
What's a pillow? Wait. What's a pillow princess?
But babe, you
Wait,
were
what's
a
a
pillow
pillow princess? What's a pillow princess?
A
For
girl that
context
doesn't
of,
She doesn't do
she
nothing.
just lies down
lays
and receives.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then she can still go and discuss in a group chat how trash you were.
Meanwhile, you didn't do nothing.
But sex
Okay.
is a two-way street. If we're supposed to have
Do you
a
know
good...
why the woman would say the man was trash? Even though she's a pillow princess,
Why?
maybe
Tell
he
us.
wasn't able to get her juices flowing. And he just came and did mommy and daddy style and left. A woman can be a pillow princess, yeah, but there's ways to
Are
get
you
her
trying to
juice.
defend pillow princesses?
No,
Is that
I'm
what
just
you're
speaking.
doing?
I don't defend anybody. You do what you want and be how you want. But there are some men who just come, they just pop, 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 they go. There's no romanticizing. Ajati's favorite word. There's no like caressing of the body. There's no kissing. There's none of that. There's no foreplay.
Yeah.
But then, if most sex that people have is consensual, you get it. You should have it with somebody you're in a relationship with, somebody you're in love with. In that case, when you're able to give him, he's supposed to give you.
But some men don't know how to do foreplay. They don't know how to do that.
If you're my boy, you have to.
Right.
It's either you learn or I teach
So how will
you.
he learn? By you teaching him, right?
Yeah, you talk to him.
But the whole trash thing, I'm talking about, a woman can be with the man she's in love with, yeah. So the sex can be whack, but because she's in love
For the person, she just
doesn't see it.
She enjoys it.
Yeah.
So the trash thing, sometimes some of these men, they don't know what they're doing, so she could just lay down. It's not every day that we're going to be doing switching styles and doing horseback riding
Sometimes
and
everybody wants to
dogging
be
and
a
whatever.
pillow
Sometimes I want a
princess
quickie, but the
low-key.
quickie can be
Yeah.
trash and the quickie can be good, depending on how you do the quickie. So the trash conversation, sometimes it comes from the men because before a woman can get wet, it's from the man. You have to get me to get my juices flowing.
Yeah.
Me seminar should be- No, you see, what you say in a specific context, it's true.
Thank you. That's
But
the first time you said
one thing I always subscribe to is
what?
mutuality.
Partnership.
Hang on.
Partnership. That's the word I've been throwing. That's the word I've been throwing about today.
Partnership is in everything.
Everything.
That's if the two people want to be in it.
Yes.
Yes, have to have the same alike minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what?
Would you date a virgin? Would you be with someone who's a virgin?
I can answer that.
Why are you asking?
I can answer that for free.
You're answering it for me? Wait. You're answering it for me?
I can answer that for free.
Okay, so please answer the question. What would I say?
Let me see.
Yeah, I would say hell to the fucking no.
No, that's false. If it was me 5 years ago, if it was me 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, I would have said hell fucking no. But now I'm in a space where I can understand that you're a virgin. I can teach you. I can teach you how to make love to me. But I hope you don't have a shrimp dick because I don't know what I'm going to do with a shrimp dick. But even if you do have a shrimp dick, we gonna find a way to work it out. But I'm lying. I cannot be with a shrimp dick. If you're a virgin and you got a good manhood, I could teach you how to make love to me. Yeah.
Cookie, what about you?
I want us to be honest.
That's why I took the shrimp dick out, because I can't be with a shrimp dick. No, help me out here.
I can't help you.
No shade to men who are not well endowed down there.
Yeah,
No shade. You
that's
will
a
find
word.
the woman that is
You've
before
given
you.
all the shade. We can move on.
What about
The
you?
question is our virginity.
Gay aversion. So like aversion, meaning that like he has no idea,
Experience, zero
no
experience,
with sex.
nothing, nada.
Like,
Would you?
That would be really hard.
So
but
no.
I think I'll go with what she said. Yeah, no. Honestly, it'll be very hard because just don't come and stress me out.
But you can teach him, oh?
right, it's a teaching part.
Not everybody wants to be a teacher. I mean, there are girls who are willing to. Some people want to do that. But, when it comes to sex, there's preferences. And, I mean, I'm not here to discuss my preference, but then I know for a fact that I want someone who knows what he's doing or who knows what he's about. I'm not trying to now be your teacher. So I will have a problem with that.
But then that's funny because every relationship, everybody's ignorant in certain things in life. Okay,
It's different.
So if a man if you're dating a man and you're ignorant in something and he's teaching you,
It's different.
And he's ignorant in sex.
It's
So why
different
can't
from
you teach him?
being a virgin is different from
So virgin,
and there be
But you have ways you could be virgin.
I don't
in
want
your
to.
life.
I don't want to teach you from scratch how to have sex with me.
Oh, what if you're in love with this person? He's doing everything right, Cookie.
I
He's
don't want
loving
to-
you spiritually, emotionally. He's doing right by
I'm
you.
not about to be your sex teacher.
So can I
no.
say from a lot of the things I've been
I'll-
hearing today from these beautiful women, can I say that you women want your man to come already made? In a way, you want him to
Fresh
come
box.
therapied, dealt with all his trauma and PTSDs, come sexed up.
Is that too much to ask for?
Wait, continue the list. Go
Yeah,
on.
come financially, come Jeff Bezos. You want him to come like
And
stacked in the bank.
Somebody
Yeah,
said Jeff
casa.
Bezos.
Just an expression. Come stacked up in the bank. You guys want your man. You
Kid,
don't
is
want.
that too much to ask for?
It's not too. But is that what you want?
I mean, if you can be like that, then what's the problem?
Young kings.
Young
This one is no young queen. This is just young kings.
Young
You
queen.
see what the women want?
Son.
They want you to come
Already
already made. Everything ready. You're emotionally developed. You're stacked. You're sexed. You're therapied.
But as a man,
Wait, let
why wouldn't you want that for yourself already?
Right.
I do.
Okay, so what's the problem?
But that's not such a thing I'm going to be like. As a man, I love to teach my woman things.
Right.
I take pride in
Showing her.
I don't want you to know everything when you come to me. If you know, cool, but if you don't,
It's not the same as virgin though.
But it's all teaching. Like I enjoy teaching my woman.
So to clarify, what I was saying was virgin, no. But it doesn't mean that if we're in the relationship and like there are some things in the room that I don't like or some things that we would discuss, we'll communicate.
But when it comes to like sex,
I don't want to be the one to teach you from scratch. Like I'm not about to now tell you where to pass or what to do. But then if you already know your bases, and then now I can also bring my preferences, you bring your preferences, we meet in the middle, then we're happy.
Young kings, you need to know that in this life there's options and choices.
Exactly.
Obviously, the ones here don't want to teach you anything. But there are young queens out there who want you as a blank canvas.
Yes, so be
They
blank.
want to paint on you.
Clean slate, okay.
So please, don't listen to all of their sayings.
Everything is preferences.
Their preferences.
Clock it. Let them know, sis.
Young queens, there's men out there for you who have all the qualities that you're looking for. Don't let anyone tell you
Preach.
any other thing. There's someone who can give you a bit of everything that you want, but also make sure you're investing in yourself. Make sure that you're not just, waiting to get like the perfect man and you're not also being the perfect woman. Like before you get the perfect man, also put yourself on a pedestal where when the man comes, he will know for sure
Nice
that,
save.
okay.
Now she saved herself.
You
She saved herself in the end. She only saved because I was doing this. If
I wasn't even looking at you. I wasn't even looking at you.
Just carry on.
No, and I've been saying this from the jump.
Yeah.
You also have to work on yourself, invest in yourself. Make sure that you're also the perfect
Grounded.
woman for the perfect man. Because for you to now start saying, I want this and I want that, you should
to have
be
it all.
that. So yeah, that's
That's
why
why I
Because-
said
I won't
you
finish-
attract what you are.
Exactly. I won't finish putting so much in myself and then come and settle for less just because, I'm
Because
going to,
young kings and young
my
queens.
God.
This one is actually for the young queens too.
Okay.
There's no the one. There's
no
I
way?
believe that there's not one soulmate for everybody. Like, don't be there glamorizing that somebody's come and save you.
Yeah.
And there's this one person who checks all your boxes and is tall and 7 feet and
They are there or they exist.
no, yeah,
definitely do.
they are there, but they have
exist.
deficiencies. Like, there's not the one. You have to create your one. You have to meet somebody and try to meet them halfway. Because as you are coming to, you have to ask yourself, are you your type? Like you said, you need to also put yourself, all the things you're trying to attract. When you meet that person, will that person want you? Like, you need to put yourself in that category as well. Work on yourself. Don't just be there glamorizing the kind of man you want when you're not the kind of woman the
He
right
would
man
want.
wants.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like in all this is about being grounded in who you are, being grounded financially, emotionally, spiritually, in every aspect.
Yeah.
So that when you are grounded, you can meet somebody who's also grounded, and the two become one, and they become a partner, and it is a partnership.
So can I ask you ladies a question?
Okay.
So does that mean as a young man, and I want all honesty here, as a young man, we see so, does that mean that if you're not, I don't want even to say financially stable, because not a lot of people are financially stable. Does that mean if you don't have money, you're not allowed to date? This question sounds simple, but I want you to think about it carefully before you answer.
Dating entails spending time. Spending time can be at your house, but since you're not financially stable, it means you live with your parents. Okay? So let's say your parents are okay with you having your girlfriend come over. First of all, how old are you? Because if you're 35 years old or 40 years old and you're not financially stable, then there's a deficiency, there's a problem. So when we talk about dating, what age range are you talking about?
Dating, whether you're 20 somewhere, you're 30 something.
That's what I'm saying. So
dating
at the
in
age
general,
of
like,
40, as a man, and you are not financially stable.
I think we take it to 40 or I was speaking
You
to my
said
young
dating.
kings and queens.
Okay, so let's say a young man who's 28 years old, okay, and he's not financially, he doesn't have money. Oniska, Oniska, is it okay for him to date? Dating entails spending time. Spending time entails money.
Yeah.
So long and short.
Long and short, you need to make sure that you have a certain amount of cash to go out to be with a woman. I'm not
does that
saying you have to
mean
be rich.
Moneyless men don't deserve.
No, it's not like you don't deserve. If you want to go and date, there's some girls.
there's someone
There are
for
some
everyone.
girls who don't care if you have money or not. They want to be with you, but just make sure you go for what's.
It really.
Don't fall for that.
No,
it really
no,
isn't.
but I've
I
dated
feel
broke
like it
niggas.
really-
No, wait, KiDi, I've dated broke niggas. Let's not say that. When I say some girls, I always speak about myself because I've done that. I've been with a nigga that ain't got no money, and I was
But
taking
you're
care
here
of him and
now, so
supporting him.
obviously it didn't work.
It didn't work. Why? Because why?
Why? I'm asking. You should
He
ask
was
you.
broke.
It's not because he was broke. It wasn't why. Because he was with me when he needed something from me, and now when he no longer needed that from me, when he got on his feet, he then left.
And
That's
he's
what we've
acting
been
up,
saying.
throwing tantrums and stuff.
But that's not all the time. But at the end of the day, if you are a young man with no money, make sure you cut up your coat according to your size.
size.
Don't go saying that girls are gold diggers because the kind of girl you want to be with likes
there's
money.
someone for everyone.
So if you are broke, date a brokey. If you got money, also date somebody who's in your class.
Simple.
It's all about dating your class. Chale, I don't like it when guys say girls are gold diggers because a girl she got her own money and she wants a man who also has his own money too and wants to also meet her at a certain point. But if you're broke and then you go after a girl who's financially stable, she got her own money, her hair done, her clothes, and she wants you to also provide, you're calling her a gold digger because you broke.
How?
Most of the time it's broke niggas calling girls gold diggers.
When they have no gold for you today.
But go ahead.
Okay, let me add to what.
If yeah.
Why are you going to your nose like that?
No, you see, she's made my point very, very simple and easy for me. Because earlier I was talking about something about when you meet a woman, you're going to meet every single man she's been with. And when I hear Ifya speak, all I'm hearing, not all I'm hearing, but part of what I'm hearing is the people she's been with.
One person actually that was broke.
But there's so, you see what I'm saying about even just to make
I would
a
never
point.
date a broke nigga again.
Okay, but there's so much her speech. Guys, tell me you can hear it too. You can feel
It's
the.
passion.
I'm never gonna date a broke nigga again.
Yeah.
It's there.
Because you've been through it, so then.
So yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, the point I was trying to make earlier of when you meet a woman, you're
meet the
going
layers
to
of
meet
her.
the people that
and
she's
this
been
is
with.
this is the best of me because now I value myself more.
She's
I
learned
value
so much, she
myself
grew.
not to put so much into a person, but to put that energy into myself first. So now I am my higher self and not my lower self. So why should anybody in general, and at the end of the day, never
So
put more
your-
into people than you put into yourself.
Your
That's
higher
it.
self says, fuck broke niggas.
My higher self that says that don't put more into others than you put into yourself.
So fuck broke niggas.
Don't put more into others more than you put into yourself.
words into her mouth.
No,
That's
that's
what she
it.
said.
You're putting words into
No,
her
I'm
mouth.
not saying fuck broke niggas, but at the end of the day, no, I'm in a space where like, yo, I can't deal with somebody that's not willing to do enough for themselves. If I'm willing to go miles for you and you can't do that for yourself, why am I with you? That means you don't value yourself. I value myself, so why should I be with somebody who doesn't value themselves? So if I didn't go through that process of being with somebody who didn't value themselves and was using me and coming out of it, I would not now see that, yo, I need to love myself, pour into myself before I pour into anybody else. Because they always say, if you can't love yourself, how you gonna love somebody else? Which is really true. So yes, that shedding was necessary. Thank you to my ex.
How do you girls know when you found love?
How do you know when you found love?
When you don't need nothing from the person and the person's existence is just what it is. Because it's not conditioned.
That's overly
KiDi,
simply put.
let me add something.
But that's
what you asked the question. I've given you an answer.
Survival
Tell
and
me, say
support
please.
in a relationship, to me, is secondary. Okay? I feel like the love is the primary thing. The love is the main reason why you decided to date or be with someone. But then we are in a modern world where right now survival and support has become like a main thing. Like if he can provide, I don't want to be there. What?
He says the bread and butter.
Yes, so if he can't provide, I don't want to be there. If he can't provide, I don't want to be with him. You get it? But with some people to per their experience, just like if you're saying, I also side with her, I also relate with what she's saying. Because I've dated a brokey before, I know what I've been through with that brokey. I'm not going to want to date a brokey again. Not because the next person doesn't have money, but because of what I went through, the things I saw with that person.
You don't
So
wanna
right
go
now,
through it.
I'm scared that, okay, if I go in for a next brokey person, he's going to do even twice what the first person did. So sometimes it's not just about the money.
And the
it's
body
also,
recognizes pain. Like
Yes.
nobody wants to go through something that's like traumatic or detrimental.
it's about the experience.
But
Sometimes.
you said
Broke guys deserve love too, okay?
everyone deserves love.
Everyone.
Everyone deserves love.
spoke about
But a broke guy should date his level.
Your age bracket.
Don't go over
Yeah,
what you can.
doesn't mean a broke girl should date her level.
Everybody should date their level.
Simple.
Everybody should date their level.
I was coming to that because a lot of the times when we're talking about broke, it's like the
the
broke
men.
language is only a guy that can be broke.
Because men are naturally
But there are
supposed to be
hella
providers.
broke women
That's
out-
why, because man's ego, the whole thing we talked about from the beginning, men are providers.
But there's a hella broke women out there who
want rich
want to
niggas.
punch above their weight.
This goes to them too.
Okay, then cool.
The conversation goes for everybody.
Then cool.
You said something. It goes both ways. So yeah.
Exactly. It goes for partnership. And understand.
Partnership.
It's for everybody. But at the end of the day, some men don't
just want-
mind taking care of women. I had a
That's also
conversation with
cool.
a guy
It's the same way
earlier
some
today.
women
Don't mind
taking care of.
Right.
I just want everybody
Yes.
to be self-aware. That's all I want.
self-aware that what?
Know who you are. Know where you are. And operate.
And
And know,
operate where you are.
it's
Exactly.
always good to, know where you are and still want what you want from life. That's what we all should aspire
Period.
to.
Yeah.
But don't hold guys the standards that you don't hold yourselves to.
That's it, and vice versa with men. But a man who has a body count of 100 wants a girl who has less than what he has. So what standards are you talking about? He ain't
Answer the question.
got no answer.
No, I would say it's
Go ahead.
life is unfair. No, guys, relax. No. As guys, listen, we want what we want. If you want what you want, stand for what you. Nobody's stopping you from wanting what you want.
Yeah.
But as a man, I want what I want.
Right.
If you want to want what you want, stand for what you want. Nobody's stopping you. So don't hold that against me for wanting what I want.
Yeah. True.
Also,
Hi.
guys, I think with this whole conversation about whether a guy is broke or not, whether he should have love or not, I think personally, right, it has to do with you being comfortable first with wherever you are at, right? Whatever you're doing right now. Are you okay with yourself? Are you able to provide for yourself? It's not entirely about me or who you're going for, right? But about yourself also. Because if right now by God's grace, I'm doing well. But let's say I wasn't having anything. I couldn't even feed myself, right? And then now I'm looking at, okay, I want to be in a relationship with someone. It could get to a point where the man cannot provide for you anymore, or the man does not have, and now it's your turn to pour in, right? So then now that you don't have, what do you do? The major part about this whole thing is that I think personally you should be okay with yourself. You should be comfortable enough to like say, okay, today I can't feed myself. I'm okay wherever I am. I'm not going to stress anybody. I'm not going to be a burden on anybody. Do you get it?
This is why we said to the young kings and queens. This is exactly why we told the young kings and queens that
build yourself.
Make sure you're building yourself.
Yeah.
I want to add something to what she said
Exactly.
about like the question I asked about how do you know it's love, about taking care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you as a person, you need to be operating from a frequency of love, your self-love, your self-worth, everything. So when you're operating on that frequency, when love comes, it will be familiar. Because you will know that I'm operating there and this is how it feels. If you're operating on a very low level of frequency, self-hate, self-doubt, low self-esteem, anything that presents itself as better than that, it feels like it's love. Because it feels better than what you're already experiencing. So,
Right.
Love yourself.
Yeah, love yourself first.
Young king and queens. What did KiDi say? Love yourself. Period.
And do what works
For you. Exactly.
Don't listen to anything anybody is saying.
Thank you.
What you see in today's world, I know that somebody will come on the internet and say, "Hey, listen, my favorite fruit is mango," and somebody will vex. How dare you like mango when orange? Listen, do what works for you. Like what you like, and stand in your truth. Don't let a bunch of people on the internet influence your choices and the things that you need to do. What works for you? What works for me won't work for Fia, won't work for Cookie, won't work for Rosie. But you need to do what works
For you.
for you.
On the conversation of love and all this romance and dating and stuff, your song "Lumo Lumo" with Black Sherry, was it an inspiration? Like, were you inspired with love? Are you like in a relationship? Is that where the inspiration from the song came from?
You're asking many questions. If you're exactly yes.
Lomo Lomo.
What exactly are you asking? If you're,
Where did the inspiration come from?
I mean,
Is it a place of love?
I operate from a place of love all the time, even when I'm not in a relationship. You know, shout out to all the women in my life who love me. You know. But yeah, it's a song about being hypnotized and, you know, doing a woman's every wish, you know. So you know a thing or two about that.
I don't.
You did it, broke niggas and rich niggas. You know what it's like to have your every need met, you know. So you know exactly what I'm saying. So.
Okay, great. Any upcoming projects apart from your current song with Jackie?
Yes. It's a album year, obviously, and everybody knows KiDi's albums are always like top notch. All my albums have won album of the year, so this one will be no different. You know, amazing records about love, life, relationships, sex, all of it.
Love, life, relationship.
Sex.
Okay. I'm not even gonna ask that question.
Don't let the devil use you.
Okay, so your new single with Jackie, what's the title?
Cheat on you.
Cheat on You.
Yep.
Now, this one, did this song also get inspired from a place of being cheated on? Or not wanting to cheat on your woman?
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's what the song is
Exactly. Because it's in today's world, we know how it is on the internet. Like I said earlier in the episode, like when I pick up my phone, I literally have to scroll so fast. If I scroll slow, I will land on something I do not want to. I don't want to see, because the illusion of options these days is crazy. Like I want to be able to stick to my woman and love my woman, because there's always more beautiful. There's always better out there. But like I said,
there's nothing wrong with admiring a beautiful woman.
Admiring can lead you to, and then that can lead you to.
That's if you're not grounded, no?
And I don't want to cheat on my woman. That's just what it is.
Okay, so are we after this single, are you going to release more singles from the album?
We're going straight into the album. The album time is really near now.
Do you have a date?
I don't have a date yet, but I'm really near. So just, the album name is Where Do We Go From Here? So
Will it be before your birthday? Because your birthday is around August.
yeah, we'll never know. Let's see. Where do we go from here?
How did the collaboration with you and Jackie come about?
Everybody knows Jackie is an amazing, singer, beautiful woman as well. When I made the record, I just wanted to get a female perspective on the topic of wanting to remain faithful, because not only men who go through this temptation. You women, there's even a lot, because it's not just about beauty. You're being offered 6 feet dark chocolate and money. So the temptation from
What is
yes,
Like women are
Yes.
being offered 6 feet
dark chocolate?
But with women, we're not as easily tempted to do things as men.
Yes, that's true.
who made that rule?
It's the truth.
No.
I'm speaking from
When the
that.
money's on the table, you are easily tempted at even as.
When there's money, when there's money.
Oh, it's true.
I don't know why you have this idea, but why men have this idea.
It's not men. It is the
Majority.
fact. It is the fact.
That a woman that or Bana Bema or Honoman and they're in a relationship, they're in love, and then another man can easily sway her away with money.
Because that happens. If it didn't happen, we would not have that scenario in our head.
Okay,
It
maybe it happens
happens.
3 out of 10 times.
7 out of 10.
But yeah,
So I wanted Jackie to lend me her POV on this topic, and she
Jackie's
came
voice is
through, and
really
then
beautiful.
she did amazing on it. So
are there going to be other female Ghanaian artists, female Ghanaian artists on the album?
I guess we'll live to see.
Why did you let us know?
Because at the right time, all the right infos about the album will be out. But right now, all you
Osina
know is
Sophie
that
on that album.
we live to see. Young
Nice
kings and
question.
queens, we live to see.
But apart from the album,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are there anything else that you're working on? Any merch?
I mean,
'Cause you're a very
obviously, album-
stylish person,
Thank you.
and I don't know why you don't have any merch out.
Yes.
The right time. There's always the timing. The right time
Some
will
crop
be out.
tops, hoodies.
Crop tops. Okay. This summer is coming as well. Ghana is here in Kasama. Hot season there. The summer is coming, and this summer we're outside. We're everywhere. London, US,
But we
all over
rainy
Europe.
season.
So yeah, catch me in a city near you.
Okay, you're gonna have shows within
Yep,
before
yep.
December, because it seems like December.
Oh,
is
definitely,
very great at shows.
definitely, 100%.
That interesting.
Will you invite us to your album listening?
Oh, definitely. Do you guys want to come?
Yes.
okay,
Please
of
bring your
course.
mics and your. We'll do a part 2 of this conversation. I feel like this conversation, more things need to be said.
More
but,
things. But off
if you
camera.
guys are open to come, definitely I'll send you an invite. Come
Thank
through.
you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
let us
it.
know ahead of time.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much for coming.
it. Love. And happy birthday to me.
So guys, things are happening. My friend was out yesterday, and it was his birthday today. He said he saw KiDi and it was KiDi's birthday. So me, my sweet son, I bought him a gift.
And every day is I sang every day be my birthday.
Birthday.
We did.
So I'm thinking it was his birthday, but it wasn't his birthday. But every day is KiDi's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Kitty.
KiDi.
Thank you. Love.
But I'll be taking my gift back because
Nope.
it's not your birthday.
Nope. It's already given.
Anyway.
What's given can't be taken. So
That's true. That's true.
If you give your virginity, you can't take it back.
Hey,
On that note, okay, what a great way to end the show. I love that. Thank you, young king and queens. Today, let's say it together. Do what works best for you.
Yeah.
Gracias. Clock it. We'll see you guys next week on the next Rants, Bants, and Confessions. Bye, guys.
Bye.